What's going on, guys? Welcome back. Before we get this video completely started, I need to go get some gas. In this car, I'm gonna put some gas in this girl right here. Let's get out of this driveway right here. But guys, I cannot tell you how happy I am to finally be in this car. This is like basically my super practical dream car. So the fact that I have one now is like, I'm so happy. Like this is one of those cars that I've always wanted to have. I've wanted one of these for like 2 years now, and finally I have it, and that's just great. All right, so we got some gas. We are good to go. Let's party. All right, so why did I buy a Genesis Coupe? Because there's plenty of cars in this thing's competition that I could have gone with. I could have gone with a BRZ, you know, an 86 car, or a Z car, or a Camaro or a Mustang, you know, something domestic. You know, so like, why did I go with the Genesis? And there are quite a few reasons actually why I went with this car. First, I'll start off with I absolutely love the looks of this car particularly. I mean, especially in white, like this is my favorite color on the Genesis for sure. And I just love the body lines of this car. I love the front and back of this car. Some people don't like the front too much on the BK2, which is the second generation. The first gen has a different front end. But personally, I like this generation's front end a good bit more than the first gen. So I mean, I love the way this car looks. I think it looks super good. Another thing that I really love about this car is the sound. I think this car sounds really good. Right now mine sounds a little bit bunk because it has an exhaust leak like right at the cat, so it sounds a little bit odd and it drones a little bit. Once I get that patched, it'll sound super good. I mean, it already sounds pretty nice, but once I get that exhaust leak patched, it'll sound even better. And then you have all the engine noise, and this car makes a lot of turbo noise. Even stock, this thing makes a pretty big amount of turbo noise, which is awesome because that's what I was really wanting in a car, is turbo noise, because turbo noise is like the best. It is like the best thing ever. Another thing I really like in this car is just the interior. It's kind of a nice place to be. I mean, it's not like super high quality by any means. I mean, it's still Hyundai stuff, but I mean, like, I love it. I love the way it looks. I mean, the gauge setup is probably one of my favorites ever. I mean, I love the speedometer and the tach. I think they look super clean. And then you have down here, you have all these gauges here. You have a fuel consumption gauge, oil temp, and in the middle you have a boost gauge, which is just super cool. I mean, to have a boost gauge from the factory, I just think that's pretty cool. I mean, passengers love it because it's, you know, something to get all giddy about, so that's always fun. Another thing I definitely have to mention is the power. It makes 275 horsepower and I think 275 pound-feet of torque, so it's pretty torquey. I mean, the BRZ, that was probably the biggest turnoff for me on the BRZ, was the 200 horsepower, and it has like really low torque. So you really have to like rev that thing out to get it going, which is fun, but it's pretty slow compared to everything else. I mean, of course I could have gone with something faster, like Mustangs and Camaros and Zs are faster than this, but I just really loved the sound of this car, and there was no way I was gonna turn that down. Another great thing about this car that I love, this isn't exactly something I can really use right now, but later on will be pretty useful, and that's the fact that the engine bay in this thing is pretty big, because the other engine option for this car is a 3.8 liter V6, so it's a pretty big V6. And so that's really great, because if I wanted to swap something into this, which I will probably end up doing in the future, let's be real, then I can pretty much fit almost anything. You can fit LS motors in this thing. You can absolutely fit inline 6s like 2JZs and whatnot. So I'm probably gonna do something crazy with this down the line. Not exactly sure yet, but when the time comes, I will have the room to do it. Another thing I can mention about this that's pretty cool is the engine in this is the G4KF, which for those of you who don't know is the exact same block as the 4B11. There's actually a kit out there on the market made by ISR that allows you to bolt an Evo Turbo up to this, which is definitely a thumbs up, because you can get more power out of an Evo Turbo and pretty much make the same power figures as the 4B11. In a sense, the G4KF is just a detuned version of the 4B11. But anyways, guys, that's gonna do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, make sure to like and subscribe. I'm trying to grow this channel as much as I possibly can, and I will see you guys in the next one. Have an awesome rest of your day.